Hello friends! Welcome back to the channel. Did you spend a good Christmas? During this time I had a lot of fun and spent some quality time with my family. So I thought I'd create some journal pages to capture the moments that stood out to me. The week leading up to Christmas was super busy, and I'm glad I decided to take a break from the channel because I honestly wouldn't have been able to upload a video anyway. Work has been hectic lately, with lots of overtime, leaving me with even less time for art. On top of that, my mom's been having some health issues, and I had to help her out by covering her at work. Thankfully, things have settled now, but that week before Christmas was absolute chaos, and the craziness carried over into Christmas week with all the gifts to buy and to wrap. Now, let's talk about this video. We'll be filling in two spreads together. For the first one, I decided to create a kind of illustrated diary of what happened on Christmas Eve. On the left side, I'm drawing my unexpected meeting with my elementary school teacher. I think I've mentioned her in a previous video. She used to teach us Italian and history. And during after school activities, she always came up with creative projects. I vividly remember one time she made us do a master study and I recreated the gas ballerinas. She's my favorite teacher and I'm very fond of her. So seeing her again after so many years made me really happy. And I knew I had to capture the moment. On the right side of the page, I drew a cute and funny memory from Christmas Eve. I have two nephews. Well, technically they're my cousin's kids, but they call me aunt, so I just say they're my nephews. Anyway, the youngest one, when he's not busy playing with my hair, always asks me to play Pokémon Go with him. He sits on my lap and we catch Pokémon from home. He's such a sweet little boy and I adore him. That night after dinner, while we were waiting for Santa Claus to arrive, we played Pokémon Go together. Suddenly, I felt a vibration on my legs and a strange smell. I asked him if he had let out a tooth, and the little skunk proudly said yes, and he was so satisfied with himself. For these drawings, I used my usual zero point 0.2 micron pen for inking and colored everything with watercolors and pencil. I decided to try a more simplified, cute style for this page, thinking it might be helpful for making quick comics with my OCs in the future. However, I'm not entirely convinced. The final result is cute, but feels a bit too childish for my taste. Maybe I need to give it another chance or try a different style for comics, because this one isn't clicking with me. I don't know. Do you have any style recommendation for this kind of vignette? For the second spread, I introduce a new OC for my pirate story. I also took this opportunity to show off the design of their ship, which I'm really proud of. The upper part of the ship is intricately carved, and the design is based on a zentangle I did in my sketchbook a while ago. In my first page of this spread, the ship, carrying my pirate OCs, spots someone in the sea. Gala asks Naira to help the stranded figure. Oh, I don't think I mentioned it. I changed the name of the super strong girl. She used to be called Kala, but it was too similar to the other names, which are Cora and Gala. And I think that will cause confusion even for me. So Naira uses her strength to throw a life buoy very close to the stranded person and pulls him aboard. This character has been adrift for days and is at the brink of exhaustion. He's usually quite robust. I was thinking of naming him Calder, which I believe means cold water in Old Norse. I haven't worked out his full backstory yet, but for now, I know that before the shipwreck, he was an important member of his crew, serving as the ship cook. He has fire-based powers, which create a fun contrast with his name. His ship was sunk after an attack by the mysterious villain, who's also behind the kidnapping of the main trio. But I still need to create that character. As you'll see, the girls weren't exactly thrilled to have him aboard, especially Naira, who wanted to throw him back into the sea. On the other hand, Gara seems oddly happy about his presence. I wonder why she's blushing. For this drawing, I used watercolors. I struggled a bit with the pose. I think I need to practice more dynamic and perspective based poses because this page was turning into a nightmare until I opted for a simpler pose. It was my first time trying to create the effect of wet clothing, and I have to say it was super satisfying. Once I placed the shadow in the right spots, everything came together. Despite the challenges, this last drawing is my favorite, both in terms of execution and the final result. What about you? Which page do you like the most? That's all for now, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. I have so many ideas for upcoming projects, so stick around to see what happens next with my OCs. This year I want to experiment with some art challenges, so if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!